Guys, here's a short video on what we're doing with the first lab. You will have some time in class tomorrow to work on it and ask me questions if you're having trouble finishing it up. Otherwise, it will be due on Thursday. So, in the first one, we're going to change ionic radius here to atomic. And if you click on this link here where it says link, it takes you to this Wikipedia page, and you will be graphing elements 1 through 60. With that being said, and it's easy enough, your graph paper has all the legends all worked out for you. So element 1 would be on this very first line, and we see that the value for hydrogen on this fourth column is 25. I can't do it with this computer, but I would go from this first line up, and I would get right in the middle of that, and I would put my dot there. All of these dots can be the same color. If there's no data, skip it. But I think there is data for all of the first 60 elements. You are going to just do connect the dot graphing for this. So it should be fairly straightforward, and you're going to element 60, which is ND. And it goes up to 185, and this goes up to 250, so you have plenty of room. Now for the second graph, which is on the second page, this one, for the name of the graph up here, I want you to put ionic radius. And what we're going to do is we've got to have two colors. And so I don't care which colors you pick. Any two colors are fine. And we are going to mark the Y large number or bold lines in 10. So this one would be 10, this one will be 20, 30, all the way up. Across here, we're going to name each bold line 2. So this would be 2, 4, 6, 8. And that means you get to the end. I think that's like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So you're going to do the first 30 elements. But some elements on that chart don't have data. So when I go to the other link, it takes me to the ionic radius page. And you're going to scroll down to this first table. You'll notice number 1 is kind of weird with the -4. That's not going to work. And number 2, helium, isn't on here at all, so we'll skip that. And our first dot is going to be at number 3 for lithium. And lithium has a value of 90, and it's a +1 charge. And so on your graph, you would go to the third line. So this is 1, 2, 3. And you would have, what was the value again? 90. So you would come up 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So your dot would be right there. Now, if you pick, like I did in class, red for my cations, I would make a red dot. Some elements have more than one value, like here's nitrogen. Nitrogen has 3 different values. It doesn't make any difference which one you pick. But if you pick 30 and +3, then you mark it as a cation. If you pick -3 with 132, then you're going to make it in your second color, which might be black or blue or something. And you just keep going. You should note here, all of the noble gases are missing. So element 2 is missing, element 10 is missing, element 18 is missing. And that's because they don't form ions at all. So that should get you through. All you have to do is go through and graph them and connect the dots. On the second graph, you should have 2 lines for this one, for the ionic radii, because you're going to do one in your one color and the other in the other color. Okay? So that should be enough for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.